Well, hello everyone and welcome to another video. Well, I decided to go for a quick recap on the today's dev update for Welcome to Nexus. You know, cinematics are like Riot Games forte and they put a lot of effort in those, so there is no need to criticize what's already been known to be always good. So let's go and see what do we have here. Intro, yeah, let's skip.
Now tomorrow when you log onto Summoner's Rift, it'll look a bit different. As a brief recap from our last dev update, here's a refresher on what's changed. Noxus has invaded the Rift with new art, music, structures, and a new objective, Artican, the bringer of ruin.
So it seems that here we have a new monster to defeat. I saw somewhere that we have also new towers. So the towers will be like, they will be respawning much more often in the late game, especially the Nexus, not special, only the Nexus towers. So yes, this is a good addition, to be honest. I believe this is good. Also, this objective is also good. It will force the enemy team into a pick and choose situation. Hopefully, let's make it that you can't go for both, so that the game is somewhat balanced. I believe.
Otacon will spawn on either side of the map at 20 minutes in 2 unique forms with some permanent terrain changes, and he'll give a buff to whichever team kills him. There are new runes, items, changes to teleport, and a new system called Feats of
I like how they say they have new runes, items, teleports, and they don't show that. Also, it seems that the gameplay recap is like how long? 2:30 150, 1 minute. Not even 2 minutes. It's like 1 minute and a half. So yes. I think this bar shows, I think if you want to through recap, this bar show the interest of this video. Intro, irrelevant, 1 minute, almost 1 minute. 1 minute and a half gameplay recap. 2 minutes about Mel, narrative experience. Very long. Cosmetics. This is where the money at. The longest and the most relevant part of the video, I believe. Esports. Somewhat good, somewhat nice. And arena. So yeah, let's
Strength that give you access to newer, more powerful boots.
Now all of these changes go live tomorrow, so they'll be there for your ranked climb. Speaking of which, as a reminder this year, we're only going to have one ranked reset, which also happens tomorrow. Now there are also some other changes you'll notice when you launch the game. We simplified
sadly couldn't get time to get masters or diamond. So yes, tomorrow will be a new grind.
the home screen, making it easier to track the season's progress, see what's new, and just generally decreased overall clutter.
This season will last 8 patches, split into 2 acts that will have their own battle pass with various act theme rewards like skins, borders, and more. We want to immerse you in Noxus by connecting your league experience both in and out of game. For example, that means things you saw in yesterday's cinematic will.
To be honest, the only time I remember being immersed in Noxus was when they released Darius and when they reworked Swain. Other than that, it was whatever. To be honest, it was just whatever. And the rework, yes, Science rework was like the go-to rework of all reworks. I believe it is one of the best reworks in this game. So yes, let's get more immersive.
Will be coming to League. If you haven't watched the cinematic, we recommend doing so before watching the rest of this video. Spoilers ahead.
Okay, without further ado, let's get into the first thing you saw yesterday that'll be coming to League this season. Mal Madara. Yesterday we saw Mal continue her journey after Arcane and arrive on the shores of...
So the new rule for champions in League of Legends, if it's female, it's broken. I can't let this idea go. Female characters will be the most broken picks in League of Legends. This is like the new general rule.
Noxus, where her ambition will be tested among the great houses.
Oh my god, look how... Oh my god, look. This is cool. So look, Mordekaiser is here, taking like half of the screen, and the rest is split among your Elise, Vlad. This I don't know who are these guys. Red hair must be Katarina. Yellow, don't know until I see it. And the new champion.
Mel will be arriving in-game next patch with a new Noxian appearance. We wanted to reflect her embracing her Noxian roots and
don't
heritage
care.
Gameplay that we haven't had in League before. Projectile reflection, a new type of gameplay.
phase in her life.
And along with the new look, she'll also be bringing a new type of gameplay that we haven't had in League before. Projectile reflection. The game team
Did he just say projectile reflection?
and the arcane teams work together to figure out how Mel's power should be shown in both game and show, with game inspiring show and vice versa. You'll see her full kit tomorrow, but we want to dive into one of her abilities, Rebuttal.
Now, this spell reflects projectiles.
We want to dive into one of her abilities, Rebuttal.
Now, this spell reflects projectiles back against their source. So if Yasuo, Braum, or Samira could block it,
So this is the old generation. This is what we used to get. It started with Yasuo, Braum. Was very good, cool concept, same as Yasuo. This ad carry was like, okay, yeah, Samira as ad carry is a nice ad carry. Not gonna lie.
Mal can reflect it.
Now this one is...
Targeted spells like Veigar's ultimate will target their original
To be honest, this is...
caster. Non-targeted abilities like Lux Binding or Nami Bubble
This is
are also
good.
shot
Yes, it is...
in their direction.
It's, to be
Now,
clear,
reflected
this is very bad in paper. This is like
Spells will keep the behavior you'd expect when they were initially cast.
To the
If Annie has her
ecosystem.
passive up,
But I believe it is good.
Reflected Disintegrate will stun. Or Nidalee's Javelins will deal more damage the further they go,
So it has
etc.
consequences. It will change based on the enemy that's throwing stuff
We
at.
can't wait for you to see her in game. Additionally,
You know, the last time Riot made something like this was with Mordor Kaiser, where he could like get the Drake and it ruined esports forever. Then they reverted the change. So this change is game breaking, and in other words, it's not game breaking. It's not the game. It's evolving the game into a new level, which is good. I believe it is good, but some players will suffer horribly in the process, and I am okay with that. Well, we play Volibear. We got only one projectile, so it is fine. It's like 25% damage, but it is nice. I
if you
believe
want to
this is
learn
a
more
nice-
about her family
this is-
backstory,
I am very optimistic about this year. If they keep going with these changes, I am totally down. Create broken champions in concept, not in numbers, but bring new concepts to the game.
in depth, make sure you check out the novel Mbessa, Chosen of the Wolf, when it releases in February.
Chosen of Riot Games.
To celebrate the launch of the season of Noxus, Mel will be unlockable for free as one of the seasonal missions.
Thank you.
For now, though, we're going to hand things over to some other folks from the league
Really
team.
want to skip.
We'll share more about what you can expect as we journey through Noxus.
Hey everyone, I'm Chad, aka McIver, and I'm the seasons lead.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Director. I started on this role about a year ago. Love most about working on League is how much you love it. That's such a world,
We
the
don't love it
champions,
that much. We
the
just
lore.
want to climb in rank.
and so do we. League has such a rich and vast world, but sometimes that richness lacks the depth you and we think it deserves. And this is why we decided to build on that storytelling as we head into our first season.
Yeah, we want seasons to unify League in a way that connects the in-game and out-of-game experiences. You've already seen a lot of the
are
ways
you
that
trying
Season
to
1
say?
is going to help Noxus come to life in League with gameplay updates.
The answer for the vast word and lore, just bring out the MMO. The lore needs a totally new independent game from the esport environment that will give you freedom to, I don't want to play as Volibear in the MMO. I want to play against Volibear. I want to kill Volibear, get his claws, make a new item, take it as a trophy, keep it forever, because MMOs you don't start the game from fresh unless you change the server. So this is like what is the benefit of having MMO? The sad part, it only will last for like 20 years. So if you are a middle-aged man, that is the best investment that you can do for the next 2 decades of your life, if there is nothing going on with your life in the first place.
As the season goes on, there'll be more in-game thematic narrative expressions, like the Reckoning Pits of Noxus, making their way into Arena, as well as out-of-game ones like motion comics and minigames.
We were really
Modernization. One of our goals is to tie champions and champion updates to seasons, so we felt that a season focused on Noxus would be the perfect time to give LeBlanc a visual update.
who will share more about what you can expect.
and visual updates. Very nice to meet you. not that interested.
A Riot Hylia, and art director on cosmetics.
Today we have a bunch of skins related topics to cover, including this season's prestige list, exalted skins, and how our champion first philosophy will work for seasons.
So unsurprisingly, many of the skins this season are heavily focused on Noxus. The
Yeah. The money milkers. Just don't buy it unless you get it for free. This is the general rule. Buying skins.
These non-seasonally
if it is
themed
like
skins allow us to
skins
even
that
further
vibe,
deliver
so
with our
don't get
champion
all
first
skins.
philosophy.
It's bad for
Do
you
you wanna
and your
peek?
wallet.
Yes,
Keep that money for your
please.
kids.
Okay, so for April Fools this year, we wanted to pay off Shaco's mischievous nature and lean into his deep lore for his first legendary skin.
Okay.
It's cats.
It's cats?
It's cats.
It's
Oh my god, these guys. So Shaco never had a proper lore. The poor champion is obnoxious in the jungle. You can pick it, you can have fun, but this champion is like doesn't have a place in League of Legends. Like it's not a demon; it's a puppet that is controlled by a demon, and everyone have their own theory about this champion. So instead of giving him a proper lore, we give him catch. It's
cats. So we know you're probably wondering, why is Shaco cats? And the answer is obvious.
yes.
He's got boxes. And if it fits, he sits.
Okay, we will skip this to esports.
Chief Operating Officer of Esports, and welcome to the start of an incredible season for LoL Esports.
This year, we've got plans to bring you even more unforgettable moments, from major updates in Split 1 to an expanded global event roadmap.
We have a lot to cover, so let's dive into what's in store for LoL Esports this year and beyond.
One of the biggest changes we have coming this season is the full Fearless draft in Split 1.
We want Fearless to bump up the competition to a new
Fearless,
level
okay.
by banning champions picked in previous games within a best-of series. This change will force teams to adapt and bring out their full champion pools.
That means if you see like a Renekton and a Cassante matchup in Game 1, you won't see it for the rest of the series. This will test teams' creativity, their
So if both they play Renekton and so the other team will be punished. I don't know. It's a good idea. They just need to work on the details. Well, it's just like an introduction, so we don't know yet for sure until we see it in play.
adaptability and shake up the meta across the board.
Not only will we see Fearless draft in every region in Split 1, but it will also be utilized at our new international event.
Okay, so
The first stand tournament will take place from March 10th to March 16th at Lal Park in Seoul, Korea.
Until next video.
Okay, what else have we got?
Next, modes. As we move into seasons, we want to make sure that there's always a variety of gameplay available. So, starting with the next patch, there will always be another game mode available to play in addition to Summoner's Rift and ARAM.
So all random Earth will be turning on next patch, and will be available throughout Act 1 of the seed pack, themed after the Gladiator bits, with its own map-specific mechanic.
Additionally, on all arena maps, we're also introducing a system called Guests of Honor, where you can vote on which famous Noxian you'd like to alter the rules of each game. Now, that system mostly replaces cameos, which we felt were pretty.
it's relevant.
So, that's the start of Season 1. We're also still doing the usual gameplay updates and balance changes as we monitor how everything is landing. We're
Well,
excited.
they are consistent. At the start, they said there is a lot of game changes. They didn't talk about those game changes specifically. At the end, they said, well, there will be a lot of new items and stuff, and we will monitor that and keep an eye slowly but surely until everyone hates his own champion because everyone is nerfed except the new champions. So this is consistency. This is how they say with consistency you will climb the rank. You should be like these guys. Always be consistent. Ignore the bugs, ignore the changes, major changes, create broken champions.
For the
And
future
cool
of
skins.
seasons and what it means for League, and we'd love to hear what you think.
And while we hope you enjoy Noxus, don't worry. We're taking you somewhere very different for Season 2. But more on that later. Thank you so much for everything.
Let's hope the next place will be Ionia so that we get mastery and fresh lore because that's where the fights are. I think most of the lore is in Ionia and most of the cool fights are in fresh lore. That way we can see Volibear split a mountain. It is in the lore somewhere, but you will never be able to see that. So yes, this is for today's video. To be honest, the changes in general are cool. You know, we got used to it by now. The new champion. Yeah, the new champion is very nice. it will be pick or ban until we figure out what are the downsides of having Mel. I'm sure there is no downsides until the third month of this year. That's where they will introduce the nerfs. So until the next video, most likely will be with the new season. Take care, everyone, and peace.